They buried me in the water and I came, I knew. Now I'm baptized in blue.
Welcome to the Officer Autumn podcast, the only podcast designed specifically for female cops in mind. I hope you enjoy this podcast episode. What's up, everybody? I want to tell you about this sponsor for this podcast episode. It's called Craft Holsters. It's a brand that designs and makes genuine leather holsters. They get their material from European manufacturing, so it's all German and Italian leather. They're really cool. They do a lot of custom made products, and here's why I love them is they actually have a lot of bags for us girls, and I actually have a couple, so you'll be seeing them on my social medias. I'm actually going to be doing a giveaway with one of them, so pay attention. But check out Craft Holsters. You can go check them out on Instagram. I'm going to have the link right in the show notes. You never know, they might have a bag or a holster that you like. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another podcast episode with your host, me, Autumn Clifford. As always, honored to have you here, honored to be in your ears. If you're enjoying this podcast, do me a favor. Will you write a review on iTunes for me? Or would you be willing to share this out to another female first responder? I really appreciate it. We don't have a lot of podcasts for us. In fact, this was the first one. I do think there might be another one popping up, which is cool. Love it. And, love all the support for my ladies in blue. Today, what we're going to be talking about is cops and social media. So I'm actually not going to go where you think I'm going to go. I think you think what I'm going to do is go and crush and shit on all these people on social media, but I'm really not, because what kind of hypocrite would I be since I'm on social media very strictly for business purposes. I'm going to be very honest with you, because if I did not have to be on the socials, I wouldn't, because it's a lot. But I run, if you didn't know this, I run an online coaching and training company, all designed for officers. I've coached officers for the last 8 years. This is actually July this last year, July 21st to July 22nd, 2022. Okay. So 2021 to 2022. It's my first year of focusing just on females. I've hosted 3 retreats for first responders. I've coached a lot of men. I still have a lot of men as clients. But I've been focusing on women because, I haven't seen a lot for us. And so I thought, you know what, when I was going through the process, or when I was in law enforcement, younger officer, it would be really cool to get online and be able to see somebody who, for me, speaking to me, for me, and I don't know. I don't see a whole lot of that. And so that's what I'm doing. And so if you look at my socials, some of them, you have to understand algorithms, and you have to understand why I have to do some of the shit that I have to do. Sometimes I got to be funny and stuff because it helps get me in front of more people so that I can then educate them. But that's really not the whole point of this podcast. The point of this podcast is I want to just bring awareness to your brain about what it's doing to you, because I've been understanding what it's doing to me. I've been really taking a step back, and I'm like, fuck. Social media is hard and can be very addicting, very, very. And in fact, it's designed to be addicting. I don't know if you know that, because if you actually pay attention, if you scroll, go get on Instagram or TikTok, scroll for a while, then swipe up and completely leave the app, meaning you don't leave it, you swipe up and close it out, right? It will then, within 15 minutes, send you a notification of so-and-so just posted. Oh, someone so-and-so's looking at your profile. Somebody just liked something, blah, blah. Because what it's trying to do is get you on its platform. All of these social media platforms are designed to get people to spend absorbent amount of time on their platform, because then they make money, because they're making money by putting ads in front of your face. Okay? So it's important to understand how highly addictive these can be. Now, the reason I want to bring this up to you is because we can all be very like-minded. We want to look at the same stuff. We want to, consume the same content. There's a lot of profiles out there that are really not good for your brain. It's the same shit that you're consuming when you pull up car to car and you don't even realize it. When you're consuming garbage, your brain, you start thinking like garbage. You have got to learn how to consume social media smart. Focus on social media things that inspire you, that make you think outside the box, that get you rid of the herd mentality. There's a couple podcasts prior to this, and I talk about herd mentality and how when you're around a group of people and when you see things a certain way, you end up thinking and becoming the same way as everyone around you, and how detrimental that can be. So, you don't want to be let me give you this example. You don't want to be so you don't want to go to work and you don't want to take my advice, right? I want you to take my advice, but you don't want to do this scenario. You take my advice and you focus on your opinion and you focus on your thoughts and you're like, all right, I'm not going to let the negativity get in my head. I'm really going to focus on this. Perfect. Great. So you do that. But then you get on your phone and you're looking at nothing but trashy fucking memes. You're looking at nothing but everything negative that's going on and wrong in the world and on social media. You're looking at all these TikTok cops that might piss you off. I don't know if they do, but you're looking at all the banter back and forth within law enforcement or the first responder culture or the military culture. But you're not looking at anything that's inspiring you and causing you to formulate your own opinion about anything. That is a problem. And that is going to burn your fucking mind. You are going to be burned the fuck up. Okay? So you want to be focused. I made this podcast episode because I want you to be focused and I want you to witness what you are consuming. So take some time after, listening to this episode and be like, all right, what the fuck am I consuming? What's coming up on your For You pages? What's coming up on your your searching or whatever page? What is it? I don't even know. Your Discover page on Instagram. What's showing up on your Facebook news feed? Be very deliberate about that. Be very deliberate about what you look at because you are feeding your mind all the time. And if you're constantly feeding it junk, how do you think it's going to operate? This is the thing is I just think it's so funny how people think that they can separate the fact that they want to be top-notch squared away people, but then they think that it's separate with the shit that they're consuming. It is not separate. It's the exact same. It's the exact same. What you're consuming is the exact same thing. On social media, it's going to create the same, if you're consuming garbage, if you're talking shit with other people, and then you go out and you try to train and be really squared away, how can you? You're not teaching your brain to be top notch. You're not teaching I don't know any top performers who are literally high performers. Right? I just moved my mic, so I think it caused some background noise. So sorry about that. But I don't know anybody who is a top performer, who isn't a legitimate high achiever, who is talking massive shit about anybody else, who is consuming garbage, who spends hours and hours on their fucking phone, who just constantly gossips about other people. I don't know anybody like that. So ask yourself who you know. I mean, top performers, not somebody who's cool, not somebody who everybody in your department likes. It's different. I mean, a real top fucking performer. Find them and seek them out, whether they're at your department or they're not. Find them. You can find them on social media. Consume their content. Study what they're doing. Because I guarantee you, they're not fucking falling in this crux of fucking talking shit and consuming shit because they don't want their minds to go to shit. It's pretty simple. So, pay attention to what you're consuming on social media, okay? Go do this assessment and then start looking at good things. People who inspire you. I'm going to give you a list of people who I love to follow, okay? Andy Frisella, he's the owner and founder of First Form. I love following his content. It's very inspiring to me. Ed Milet, a like big time entrepreneur. He partners with Andy a lot. Very pro-American, both very pro-first responder. I love following David Goggins. I love Jocko, obviously. Mel Robbins, she's great. Very inspirational content. I like Gabby Bernstein. I do not like her political views, but I do like her content. It's very spiritual. I enjoy that. I've been getting into understanding philosophy, so I will Google like Instagram Buddha quotes, different like philosophers, just I'll look up like philosophy or whatever, things like that will just spark my brain. Those I'm trying to think if there's anybody else. Tony Robbins. I'll more YouTube old Tony. I like Gary Vaynerchuk. He's all about spreading like happiness and kindness. So it's just really about like what you enjoy and who you enjoy, and follow that and consume good stuff. Listen to audiobooks when you're in your cruiser. Do it. Listen to good audiobooks. Listen to YouTubes that will inspire you. Turn down the radio. Like turn down music, right? Feed your mind, because it's going to feed your soul and it's going to give you a better quality of life. And after all, who the fuck doesn't want that, right?